Good evening, drivers. Tonight's tale takes us down a path no Dasher should ever have walked. A simple leave-at-door drop-off that turns into a full-blown trip into madness. Most Dashers follow the instructions. Others improvise. And then there's this guy.
It was a dark, regular night. Dashers all across the city were running their typical routes. But on this particular evening, one driver had different plans. As the Dasher arrived at the residence, he checked his phone. Leave at door. Simple, easy, routine. But then he noticed something. The door was cracked open, just a few inches. Now, most Dashers would have placed the bag down, snapped a picture, and left. But not this one. Not tonight. This one looks inside, and to the Dasher's surprise, the customer was lying on the couch, completely butt naked. Instead of dropping the food at door, this Dasher decides to pull out his phone and proceeds inside the drunk, naked customer's house. What on earth could go possibly wrong? The Dasher proceeds recording this man like it's the funniest thing he's ever seen. That parental sticker and blur? That's not for him. It's for you, the viewers, so you don't have to see all that nakedness. You're welcome. As the Dasher walked away, job already completed, he dug himself an even deeper hole. By sending the video on TikTok, this is brilliance at its finest, I tell you. Within minutes, the views began rolling in. His TikTok started going viral. 30,000 in views, 527,000 in views, and still going. And that's when it hit him. As the comments flooded more into negative comments, the Dasher begins to realize maybe this wasn't a good idea. So naturally he decided the best solution: dig himself deeper in that hole and file a sexual assault police report. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A sexual assault police report on a man who was passed out, minding his business in his own living room, with DoorDash instructions that stated to leave at door. But wait, it gets better. The Dasher then goes even deeper in that hole and reports the incident to no other than DoorDash. He had to go all in, didn't he? Soon after, the Dasher gets an email from DoorDash stating he's no longer a Dasher for violating customer privacy. And at this point, you'd think the story ends. It doesn't. He keeps digging. So after the Dasher, fired Dasher, thought the only way to back up his lie of events was to go loud with news and social media. Since he got banned from TikTok, why not bring the news to him?
Hey everyone, my name's Bubba, and I call this press news because TikTok is trying to silence me, and my voice shall be heard!
I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. So the customer requested that their order be left at their front door. And when I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on. They were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, but yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. Then, 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem related. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. So, I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter. And TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing. So what? So what? You're gonna take down my videos and give me strikes and just expect me to be like, I just better shut up. I just better sit here and be quiet. I just better not say anything else. I've lost my job. My only way to pay my bills and make a living. I've also gotten assaulted, and the police are doing nothing to help me. So let me just shut up. Like, why am I getting fired? Why are my videos getting taken down? I was assaulted. I'm the victim. I lost my job. Right? Is this making sense to anybody?
So you're a young man on a delivery job, and you got sexual assaulted?
Your point? Young men can't get assaulted? What do you think Kevin Spacey did?
So I don't understand. Why didn't you just leave the order at the door, then walked away like it said in the
I'm
instructions?
sorry, I have to go now. No more questions. Bye.
A DoorDash driver is possibly facing felony charges after a delivery he made to a man's home. Get this, police say Bubba Jones recorded the man while he was partially nude, incapacitated, and unconscious on his couch after drinking alcohol, and that he then accused the man of assault. Bubba's accused of posting that video to TikTok.
DoorDash said in a statement on social media that the DoorDasher's account is now deactivated. Dumbass.
This is Larry Murray with Law and Crime. Let's slow this down for a second. Because once you actually look at the footage, the story falls apart. This wasn't harassment. This was a massive lapse in judgment. Uploading private content is not exposing wrongdoing. And now the internet is asking the question he didn't think through.
And today's dummy of the day goes to the DoorDasher, Bubba.
I was working! I was literally working! And they deactivated me! This is not. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job. That was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
Bubba, bro, why would you post that? You took the picture, then hit upload. That's on you. This went from awkward moment to career-ending decision real fast. And here's where it gets wild. Instead of deleting it, he doubled down. Uploading private content does not legally transform you into a victim.
The police were at the door. The disgraced ex-dasher began to smile, of thinking that they were there to help him get justice. The police responded were there to get justice, all right, the kind that had the ex-dasher to ride in the back of their car, in handcuffs.
So what's the moral of tonight's story, drivers? Simple. Follow the instructions. Following directions could be the difference between finishing your delivery or losing your job and spending the night in jail. You guys have an interesting story on the gig job you want to tell? Hit me up on the comments. The next Tales from the app could be your story. That's tonight's tale, folks. This is Joe. Go gig or go home.
I'm your food crusade. Hungry mouth and lonely. It's a five-star parade. Korean Joe, look at Joe. Food's hot and I'm on the go. Fries, rice, Korean pie. Better tip, good say goodbye. Go jiggle, go home. Nice to greet ya. You driving those delay. Nothing gets in my way. With a pizza bag and a mission on your food crusade.